A really fun project. This is a very old antique solid wood, thick, ornate picture frame. I took it off of a vintage painting, and it was a really dark wood with, you can't see it now, bronze, with like a bronze paint on top of the wood. And I'm taking it and putting an antique white as an accent on it to really bring out the beautiful ornateness of it. So you can see in the light, you see the bronze. And it was, I guess somebody put linen in here, and it's really old. I got to figure out how to remove this this linen mat out of it. But it's very thick and solid. Look at this. Look at this. This is like seriously a thick, heavy frame. Solid wood here. Solid wood. So it's a lot of fun. I like the way the look at that. You can see the specks of gold and bronze coming through with it. This is really cool. Look at that. Look at the details in there. So we'll see how this turns out. I had to take my small, tiny paintbrush to really get into these tiny details in here. Like, can you see it? Right in here. Right there, you got a small brush to get that. I really love this frame. It's a super old antique solid wood. I think it's like walnut or something. Alright, so I've painted the inner part of the frame, the wood that remained after I removed that old linen matting off of it. I've painted that with an Olympic brand bone white color. It's a satin, and I like that white because it gives kind of like a off-white, very antique-y looking white. It almost has like a, I don't know, it has a bluish undertone, maybe blue-green, some kind of funny grayish undertone that gives it kind of an antique white color. Actually, it matches the same color as this art paper we have under here. And so I've done it in a very, just like a kind of shabby country farmhouse kind of style, kind of leaving some of the natural wood. Hey, Bubba. Leaving some of the natural wood. Leaving some of the natural wood. I haven't had my coffee. Well, I've had my coffee, but I need another cup. Anyway, I see that there's some areas I probably should have sanded down before painting it, which I kind of like that look actually. It gives it more of a warm.
You're like French.
It gives, yeah, kind of like a French country look, yeah. It gives a kind of a worn look, but to tell you the truth, I probably don't want it that exactly where it's like the fibers are sticking out. So I'm gonna sand this down a little bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and coat it with a polyacrylic sealer, and then that should be it, I hope. All right, so we want to sand this down. It's only a couple spots, really. I like the way that shows too. I love that. This is a lot of fun. I have no idea what picture would go in this, but I think it's gonna look really neat. All right, so I'm gonna sand this down just a little bit. I want to keep the worn antique look, but at the same time, I really don't want the fibers of the wood really sticking out like that. Exactly. That's not really the idea. But I mean, it's not that big of a difference, really. But I just want to smooth it down just a little bit. Okay. manicures really aren't my thing, thank goodness. As much as I use my hands for sanding and painting and stuff, I'd be at the nail salon every day at this rate. I think that might be it. Let's see. Let me do just a little more. This way, when I put the polyacrylic sealant on that, it'll come out nice. It'll be really easy. Stand all over it there. You get these grains that are like along here. This is a really old frame. I really don't know exactly how old. I just know the painting that was in it, let's say like 1971. What are you doing?
My head's shaking hard.
Eat your fruit and finish your coconut water, okay? Come on, finish your work. You need to trace your name. Running a workshop and homeschooling. Quite a juggle. Now let me find my my duster. Get some of this off in here.
Yeah,
some of this dust.
duster.
Do your work. Okay, I'm gonna kind of brush some of this dust off, and then come back with a tacky cloth before I put that last coat on, top coat on. Okay. All right. Hope I got it. Well, the tacky cloth will get the rest of it in here. Rooms in here, not. Oof. Not. Alright. So get the tacky cloth and then get that top coat. The plant is doing really good. I'm going to give it a little extra something. I'm going to give it a little bit of leftover spring water.
Your first pledge dates back quite some time when you first made a contribution to your public.
Just a little bit. Because leftover. We do that sometimes if we have leftover bottled water, which we have a lot of because nobody finishes their bottles half the time. So I always give those to the plants. And we have a new member of the family, a little fishy. We've got him down here where he can... What's his name again?
Butch.
Okay, so we've got Butch down here. He's a male beta.
Yeah.
We got the beta because, yeah, they said that's the easiest to take care of. And I sold my tank because I just didn't have time or space for it. So we're gonna let little princess.
Because he's cute and he's very purple.
Yep, she wanted purple, so he's kind of purple. See him come around here.
And he's a boy.
Yep, a male beta fish. And so we had him about, how long? 2 days, right?
Yeah, now I have to feed him.
No, we just fed him. It hasn't even been 24 hours since we fed him. Let's wait. Maybe tonight or we'll just wait till tomorrow because we don't want to feed him too much. Because you gave him 3 pellets yesterday. And they said really like 1 or 2 is all he needs.
2?
Yeah. Alright, so anyway.
Because he's growing.
Yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and work on this frame here. Got the little tacky cloth. I've got, I'm using this Blue Hawk tacky cloth, which I don't know the difference between tacky cloths. I know that I understand how they really work because they feel sticky to me, but supposedly it's removing the dust. Sticky. It's a tacky cloth.
A tacky cloth?
Yeah. Go over there and finish your work. You got to trace your name. Go ahead and get to work. Okay, so let's just do that. Oh. I need to play some music on there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what's coming out now.
Dirt coming out. I don't know what that is.
Yep.
It's a little different. Oh, maybe that's just the dust. Maybe that's just the dust. I don't know. It's more than what I planned on. Wait a minute.
I like that beautiful plant you plant. I like that beautiful plant.
Yeah, it's doing really good. It went through some hard times. This plant had mold twice, and I had to give it a transplant. Took it out and changed it out. Yeah, I sprayed it. Yeah. We sprayed it with thieves oil, which kills any kind of fungus, mold, whatever, on plants as well as people. So my homemade thieves oil, we sprayed that on there.
My fish is a little cute.
So it's doing good.
My fish is a little cute.
Yeah, it is.
Because I want to go see.
All right, little girl, do your work. You got to do your schoolwork. Come on now. Come on now, let me finish the frame and you do your schoolwork. Let's go. What's that on you? Got something on you. What's that? Go, go.
Ouch!
Come on now.
That's your pinchy.
Okay, I believe that's done.
Well, it's
Thank.
so pinchy.
Alright, I think this is ready to put the top coat on.
It is?
Yes, it is. Do your work. Do your work. You're just sitting there. Come on. There's not going to be any TV, none of that. You got to do your work. Alright. Alright, so I've got my Minwax, water-based, polyacrylic, protective finish. It's a clear semi-gloss. It's a lot lighter than another polyacrylic that I use. I use the Valspar faux finish, which is also water-based, it says, but it's way thicker than this. This is easier to control, but the coat it gives is a lot lighter. And on some surfaces, I've had a problem of there being like little bubbles or something like that. So it just depends on what you're putting it on top of. But it seems to me like for, you know, smaller decor items, it works really well. Candlesticks, frames, stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and get at it. So I'm about 3/4 of the way finished here. I'm using this brush with kind of long bristles because there's such a ornate, intricate carving structure to this frame. I need to be able to get all into the groove, so I go back and forth. It's not the same as if you're painting something with a smooth surface, because there's just so many grooves and this, that, and other, so you kind of have to go around and about and back and forth. Normally I would just use one stroke direction, but with this I can kind of go back and forth because I want to make sure there's not a settling of the polyacrylic in these holes here. So I'm just kind of using the brush, kind of get it, kind of clear it out of there. Okay, so that's looking okay. I'm excited to see how this is going to look as a finished product. Okay.